Hey guys, I'm back with a massive money saver for you today. I'm gonna show you the easiest way, and you've probably never even seen it this way, but this is so easy, to make your own homemade garlic powder. It's so much healthier. We're gonna maintain the actual health benefits in our garlic doing it this way. And it's gonna make it just be more convenient because you're not gonna have to deal with this every time you wanna cook. You're gonna have real garlic powder, not like the stuff you buy from the store, which we'll talk about in a minute. But this is so easy, delicious, and healthy, and a huge money saver. Will literally save you hundreds. So come on, let me show you how to do it. Alright guys, this is one you're going to use all the time because not only is it going to save you hundreds of dollars, it's easy, it's delicious, but it's also just super convenient. And I'm going to show you how to do it. You can do it with either a dehydrator or a freeze dryer. I will give you the instructions for both methods. Heck, in the summertime, you can even just do it outside. So it's really not that complicated. So first, before I show you how to do this, as always, let's go ahead and break down the expenses to see how much money we're saving making our own garlic powder at home. So let me get my notes because I don't want to mess up. I want to be accurate for you. Okay, so at the leading store brand garlic powder that I found at a big box inexpensive retail store, they're selling for $3.50 for a little 3-ounce container of it. So for what I used, I bought 2 packs for $5 a piece, maybe slightly $5 and change. So you're looking at roughly $10, and we made 2 quarts. 2 quarts comes out to 64 ounces. So at that price of what you're paying in the store, for the store-bought garlic powder, it's coming out to $1.11 an ounce. So for what we ended up with out of our $10 worth of garlic, it gave us 64 ounces, which means $71.04 is what it would have cost us to buy that garlic powder in the store. It only cost us $10. But I think more so for me, even then how much money you're actually saving making this at home, the fact that if you do it the way that I show you, you're actually maintaining the medicinal value of the garlic. So you could put it raw just on, like in some soup or some bone broth, drink it down, and it's an easy way to get that raw garlic in. If you haven't watched this video on the garlic as a natural antibiotic and the medicinal values of garlic, you need to go and watch that, and then you'll see that this is actually an easy way to take it medicinally. It's also a great cough expectorant, and so whatever uses you want it for in that manner, this is a way that you can store it, save it, and use it, and you don't lose the medicinal value, because when you cook garlic, you do lose a lot of the medicinal values of it. So this is a great way to save money, to have a homemade medicine on the shelf ready for cold and flu season. And for me, it's super convenient because when you're cooking a meal and you don't have to stop to, smash and chop and cut up garlic, you can just literally sprinkle it in, and it's exactly the same as when it was fresh. Because let's face it, we use garlic powder, but we also put garlic in our food too because we know that it's not the same. Like, it just doesn't do the same thing, but with this, it will. So you can actually eliminate putting the fresh garlic in your food, which saves you a little work and time every single day. So there's just so many reasons to do this, and it's so easy. Come on, let me show you this easy method, because you may have seen this done before, but you may not have seen it done quite like this. All right, we're gonna do this in a way that is gonna be so easy, so quick, and it's gonna not waste and give you a better product in the end. And we're gonna do that by simply opening our bags. I paid for something, we'll say $5 a bag for these. And we're not going to peel them. Now, I do take the outer skins off, like just the main. But to make it easier, since what you get at the store in garlic powder is skin anyway, then why are we going through the trouble to peel it? Because here's the thing, the skins are very, very healthy for you. They have a lot of health benefits to them. It's stronger in allicin in the skin than it is in the actual garlic itself, which is loaded with health benefits. I highly recommend that you go and watch this video to get details on all of the health benefits that is in allicin. And yes, it is inside the garlic, but there's more of it actually in the skin. There's also great anti-inflammatory properties in the skin. So not only is it easier, saving you a lot of work, it's going to give you more because you're not wasting and throwing that extra part away. It's going to be more convenient because you don't have to sit there and chop and peel and get all the skins off every time you're going to cook a meal. It's going to also just be easy because we don't have to do that in this process. So all we're going to do is, I like to take kind of the outer part off just because it's a lot, leave all the rest on, break it up into some pieces. I do take it off because I don't like to leave that root part because it's kind of tough. And then we're just gonna put it in our blender and blend it up. And then we're gonna put it on our trays. There's two ways that you can do this. You can put it in a freeze dryer if you have one, or you can do it in a dehydrator. We'll go through the differences in the end in the final product, which is almost nothing, but I'll show you both methods on how to do it. So let me give you some close-ups. So taking it up close, I like to kind of take, you don't even have to do this honestly, but it makes it easier to break it apart. I just take some of that excess off, and this is the part that I don't want to keep. I want to get this little crunchy part off. So I just break them all off. We're going to keep all these pieces and just throw them in the blender, just like that. All right, these you can compost them, or you could boil them down in some vegetable broth or whatever. Find a use for them. I mean, technically you could grind them up as well, but we're not going to do that. Today we're going to go ahead and put in some, like I said, I don't want to overfill it, probably I guess about halfway. And then we're going to blend it up and put it on our dehydrator or freeze dryer trays, whichever one you're going to be using. This is just to chop it up to make it easier and quicker to dry. Helps you to not have to cut it all by hand, but the smaller pieces are going to also make it dry a lot smaller, so make sure you spread it out. We're going to fill our tray back up, our blender back up, and blend some more. Now if your only concern is flavor and preserving this for food, you can do it at like 120. You might knock it out a little quicker, maybe knock a few hours off of it. Probably not all that much, but I do it at 100 degrees or less because the allicin and a lot of the medicinal value of it is destroyed by heat. So if you ever wanted to add it to like a hot toddy or a hot lemonade or a smoothie or something like that when you are sick for medicinal purposes, you want to maintain the allicin. So I do it at 100 degrees or less, between 95 and 100 degrees. It might take you a little bit longer, but really not all that much. This is a pretty quick drying product. So dehydrator or freeze dryer between 95 and 100 degrees, and you're fine. You'll preserve the medicinal value and all the nutrition that's in it. So let's go ahead and get them started. Put your trays into the dehydrator. All right, once it's dry, if you're using a dehydrator, you're going to want to use this kind of a blender. This is for a smoothie cup, coffee grinder, things like that will work. You don't want to use a regular blender. It won't get powdery enough, but this will work better. Then you're going to want to pour it back onto your dehydrator tray. Spread it out and run it
about another 2 hours just to make absolutely sure that everything is fully dried. And you go straight into your jar.
So you may not know that the skins actually have a lot of medicinal value and nutrition to them. You don't have to go through the trouble of actually removing that. You just blend it all up together, dry it out, powder it, and use it. Isn't that amazing? How easy is that? And the savings, oh my goodness, hundreds of dollars worth of garlic powder for just 10 bucks. I mean, you just cannot beat it. This is something that you want for cold and flu season, but you're gonna wanna do this year round for convenience and for savings. So I hope you have found this video useful. If you enjoy this content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a little something in the comments to help the algorithms so that others can see this and learn how to live more healthy and save money themselves. Always appreciate you coming by to learn and grow with us. And as always, we will see you next time.